Joining us now is Dolores Huerta, civil rights activist and labor leader. She's the co-founder of the United Farm Workers of America with Cesar Chavez. They did that in 1962. But Dolores, I'm not meaning to, say anything about your age on TV that's impolite. My mother will be very cross. You started the Agricultural Workers Association in 1960. You've been working on this stuff since 1955. This fight, when you tell these people that this is maybe more serious than it was in the 60s, you were there at the front lines of civil rights fights in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s. It's never stopped for you.
No, it hasn't. And way back in the 50s, actually, in California, we passed the laws that people could vote in the Spanish language. And not only that, we got rid of the deputy registrars so that anybody who is a citizen can register another person to vote. And as you know, in California, we have some of the most liberal voting rights. People can vote online and they can register with their cell phones or the computers. When you go to the DMV to get your driver's license, you're automatically registered. We have had mail-in ballots for a long, long time now. And so we would hope that the other states catch up with us, especially Texas, because we know that, especially for the Latino community, there are so many, 40%, I think, of the population Latino. And if they could all register to vote and not have this voter suppression, really, Texas could literally turn blue.
And you and Cesar Chavez, your names are associated with farm workers, with labor, agricultural labor. But in fact, in 1960, when you started, one of the things that you did was voter registration drives for those agricultural workers.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we came out of another organization called the Community Service Organization, and that was our entire focus, is to get out there and go door to door and register people to vote. And with my foundation, the Dolores Huerta Foundation, we continue doing that exactly. And I mentioned about Texas being 40% Latino population. In the state of Virginia, which has only less than 8%, it was the Latino vote that really helped to turn Virginia from a red state to a blue state. A lot of people don't know that.
What did you tell these folks from Texas? Because it looks on some days like a losing battle, right? They're going to go back to Texas. Many of them may face arrest. They are prepared to be arrested. It's not a criminal charge, but the sergeant at arms can arrest them for not being in the House. But this is not going to end easily. And without the majority in the Texas House, it may not end in their favor. So what does somebody like you with literally decades of voter registration and civil rights work have to say to them to keep their fight going?
Well, first of all, I wanted to thank them and to tell them that all of the nation is grateful for their sacrifice, for them leaving their homes and their children behind, knowing that they're going to be persecuted, possibly arrested, because of this courageous action that they're taking to fight for the voting rights of everybody. All of the people in those states where all of these Republican legislatures are passing laws to suppress the vote, they have joined the march of civil rights leaders like the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, and of course John Lewis, by the actions that they're taking. And I would hope that all of the people in Texas, please see what your representatives are doing. Please do the work. They're gone right now. They're in Washington, D.C. But all of you down there in Texas, please do the work. Go out there and tell everybody that you've got to support them. We've got to fight for really, Abraham Lincoln said that the ballot has got more power than the bullet. The ballot has got more power than the bullet. We've got to fight for our voting rights because this is the soul of America. The soul of America is our democracy, and we all have to stand up there and fight, because if not, we cannot keep our democracy if we do not engage and if we do not commit and if we do not fight for it.
They decided to go to D.C., not Oklahoma or somewhere else, so that they could have impact on and have conversations with federal legislators. Do you think the federal legislators are taking them seriously enough? And let's cut through the BS. What I mean is their message going to resonate with those Democratic senators who are standing in the way of moving off of this filibuster so that they can entrench the protections for voting rights that we need in this country?
Well, we hope that they will. We hope that somehow this message, the sacrifice that they are making, and so many others, that this will reach their hearts, this will reach their consciousness, and realize that what they are doing, they are fighting for all of us. We have to fight to keep our nation a democratic society. And if we don't fight for it, we're going to lose it. And we see that we're at this critical point right now in our nation where there are some that don't care. They want power. They're greedy. They don't care about the working people. They don't care about labor unions, people of color, women. So we've got to stand up there, and we are the ones that have to commit. And we have these wonderful Texas Democrats that are paving the way for us and showing us that if we have to sacrifice, let's do that. Let's make it happen. Let's keep our democracy.